The Stone's Age was all rocks, wasn't it? Are stones made of rock, or are rocks made of stone?
Both. A stone is a rock. Generally, a rock is...
And a rock is a stone?
Yeah. Generally, rocks are more edgy, more ragged varieties of stone. The Stone Age lasted a very long time. In fact, our species spent more time in the Stone Age than any other. Let's think of it this way. If you look at the human history, prehistory as a year, and so New Year's Day is where humans start to use fire and shape stone tools. And this year is the last split second before midnight at the other end of the year. Then we're in the Old Stone Age until about 3 p.m. on the 31st of December.
So rocks are more jaggedy.
Were there pagans before there were humans?
No, you've got to be human to do anything. Pagans are just people who lived in Europe before Christianity arrived.
How difficult was it for the pagans to get about on all fours?
They didn't travel on all fours, they travelled upright like we do.
King James I of England was also King James VI of Scotland, wasn't he?
He was.
Was he also the other 5 King Jameses in between?
No, but he was rather conscious of those other 5 Jameses.
Do you think he ever forgot which James he was?
No, I'm pretty sure that he knew there'd been all 5 before him and they'd had rotten lives.
Oh.
The first had been murdered by his subjects, the second killed by an exploding cannon. The third was murdered by his subjects after losing a battle. The fourth was killed in battle. And the fifth died of nervous exhaustion after losing a battle.
So is it just bad luck being called James then, do you think?
No, the Stuarts are an astonishingly accident-prone family.
King James brought England, Scotland and Wales together, didn't he?
King James brought England, Scotland, Wales, Cornwall and Ireland together.
So he brought all those together?
That's right.
Like Simon Cowell when he brought together One Direction?
Yes, except it lasted a bit longer.
Which is your favourite?
Of the kingdoms?
No, of One Direction.
I don't have one.
Yeah, very wise.
What was the winter solstice?
It's the winter solstice.
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 You got it. It's that magical time, midwinter and midsummer, when the sun seems to stand still. To the eye, it appears to stop moving along the horizon.
Well, you're not meant to look at it, are you? Because it hurts your eyes.
You can look at it when it rises and you can look at it when it sets. Then you can.
No, you can't. It makes you go blind.
You can. Believe, trust me, you can.
You can't. That's probably why you've got glasses.
Who was the Witchfinder General?
The Witchfinder General was a young man called Matthew Hopkins.
Matthew Hopkins? He went to my school.
This is a different Matthew Hopkins, I hope.
How do you know? He's an IT consultant now.
Well, the Matthew Hopkins I'm talking about died 350 years ago. He went on a witch hunt which covered the whole of East Anglia and resulted in the death of about 100 women.
Yeah, it's not the same Matthew Hopkins.
No.
My Matthew Hopkins, he's going through a divorce.
Well, I think that's pretty harrowing, but compared with stringing up aged women upon scaffolds and torturing them into confession, it's probably fairly minor.
Yeah, puts everything in perspective, doesn't it?
That's the great thing about history.
Mm.